Okay, so like, at what point did you start thinking like, maybe I could like be a part of this shit that I'm enjoying so much?
I'm be honest, it's always been like a crazy fantasy, right? Like a crazy dream to be able to do this, and it's never been like I'll be honest, like I always like in middle school I was like, I'm a rapper, I'm gonna do something, you know what I mean? But I never took it serious. Then in high school, I tried to rap for a little, and people made fun of me and stuff. Everybody laughed at me, and I was like, I guess rapping's not for me. Let me try engineering. But engineering got boring. I'm not gonna lie to you. So
Yeah, bro. I have friends who are really good engineers, but they're also artists, and they hate the fact that like people discredit them as musicians just because they know how to mix and master. You
no,
know what I mean?
oh my goodness. I've been an engineer for a couple months at Wavy Sound.
Oh, okay.
And it's just one of those
Shout out
things where
Marvin.
like shout out Mario 100%, bro. He hired me, bro, and I'm really happy that I'm working there. But it's also like one of those things where I could tell like you get discredited just for that. But then when I bring in my credits, they'd be like, oh shoot, he's not just an engineer, he's a producer too. Like
Don't play with that man.
don't play. Nah, but then I remember I started making beats on my junior
What were you using?
I was FL Studio the whole time.
Okay.
And I'll be honest, at first I was making Juice WRLD type beats, like Trippie Redd type beats, and then I believe 2020 is when I started making these like hard piano beats, hard energy beats, and that's when I started working with Hotboii, and then from there I got those placements, and that put me on like the next level of my career where I'm actually getting placements. I'm talking to labels. I got my manager at that
You
time.
you skipping that whole part. How'd you meet Hotboii? You just like, okay, I met Hotboii, and then shit kept moving. Like, nah, how'd you meet someone from the other side of the country who was actually making noise?
So basically, shout out my boy Brian Barone. Basically, he's like my A&R, bro. So he always tells me about upcoming artists that he knows about, right? And at that time, he heard that my beats were going to the next level. They're hard, right? Because my friend taught me how to really make beats. Shout out Almighty Nate. He like really taught me how to make hard beats with the Fruity Soft Clipper and everything,
And
right?
what year was this?
Beginning of 2020.
Okay,
Like
right before the pandemic.
right before the pandemic. And then my friend Brian Barone was telling me, hey man, you should send beats to Hotboii. I was like, you know what? I'm gonna just send a pack. Send a pack. I got a song with Hotboii that same day at the studio.
Same day.
And I haven't met him at the time yet, but then at that time he was like, hey bro, these beats hard, send me more. I was like, all right, bet. So from there, I just remember I kept like sending beats, like 5 beats a day. Sometimes I send the same pack just to make sure I try to get one in. And from there,
Make sure he saw it.
make sure he saw it literally. And I had my mail track to track the mails and stuff. And from there, a lot of the songs spawned out. So like They Don't Know, Sick of Cell, Rock Out, all happened like through those like couple months where I started working with him and stuff. And then from after that, they're gonna drop it. And I'm gonna be honest with you, I just didn't know what to do as much as I could do research on. I wasn't sure what like the next step is like in this producer shit. So I
As
got a
far as like
manager.
monetizing it and like making sure you get your points and credit off of it.
Yeah, exactly. And I also wanted like representation. I wanted someone to like help me out, honestly. And then that's where I met St. Paul, bro. Shout out St. Paul, bro. He's been with me for 2 years ever since then, and he's been like the best manager I could ever have.